Red Dead Redemption 2, the critically acclaimed video game developed by Rockstar Games, captivated players with its immersive world and memorable characters. Among the locations that players encountered was Tumbleweed, a once thriving town in the Old West. However, as the game progresses, players soon realize that Tumbleweed has fallen into a state of dereliction and abandonment. This investigation aims to explore what happened to Tumbleweed in Red Dead Redemption 2 and uncover the reasons behind its downfall. Tumbleweed was once a bustling town, serving as a central hub for trade and commerce during the late 19th century. Lively saloons, local businesses, and a thriving community defined its prosperous days. These initial impressions of Tumbleweed spark curiosity about its later fate. As the game unfolds, it becomes apparent that Tumbleweed's decline is a result of changing times and economic hardships. The rise of industrialization and advancements in transportation meant that small towns like Tumbleweed struggled to compete and adapt. Trade routes shifted, leaving Tumbleweed isolated and no longer a vital stop for travelers. Additionally, the rapid industrialization and technological progress of the early 20th century played a significant role in Tumbleweed's economic decline. Tumbleweed's fortunes took a severe downturn between 1907 and 1910 when the nearby town of Armadillo became the focal point of railway expansion. The railroad company's decision to bypass Tumbleweed when constructing the railway tracks significantly impacted the town's economic prospects. The new railway hub in Armadillo brought growth and prosperity, while Tumbleweed was left isolated and cut off from vital transportation links. Without access to the efficient and swift transportation provided by the railroad, Tumbleweed struggled to compete and attract businesses, further exacerbating its decline. Adding to its woes, Tumbleweed faced widespread sickness during the early 1900s. Outbreaks of cholera spread through the town, exacting a heavy toll on the population and further weakening its social and economic fabric. The access to medical supplies made it difficult for residents to combat these deadly illnesses, resulting in a significant loss of life and a further decline in the town's overall well-being. Tumbleweed is a town controlled by the local law enforcement. Sheriff Freeman is shown to be exceptionally harsh, unforgiving, and obsessive.
Let me tell you, your only consideration should be, am I obeying the law? In obeying the law, we venerate America. In disobeying it, we challenge its very future. Only the fools amongst you shall be dumb enough to challenge America to a fight.
Mister?
My authority is God-given, and God is infinite. Therefore, my authority is infinite. If you make that assumption, your time here shall be enjoyable. If you challenge that assumption, your time here will be brief. As you were.
Despite being respected for his competence in dealing with crime in the region, he also has a reputation for being overly intolerant of any wrongdoing, to the point of being tyrannical.
And gambling's kind of the other issue, or what led to it. Last time I was in Tumbleweed, I settled into a poker game, and one thing led to another, beverages was consumed, and I find myself in something of an embroilment with a couple of fellers. You know how it is when whiskey and money share a table. Next thing you know, the sheriff bursts in. Big black feller, strong as an ox, mean as a viper, righteous as the angel of the Lord. Slams me into the wall and drags me outside. Sam Freeman, his name is. So I'm on my knees in the middle of town, and he's got a gun to my head, ranting and raving about salvation and justice. And I swear pretty much all I did was call another feller a son of a bitch. For about 10 seconds, I honestly thought he was gonna kill me right there in the street.
He notably kills a Del Lobo without any trial, exemplifying his attitude. He also has been accused of killing innocent townsfolk. The bartender wishes the sheriff would stop killing so many of his customers. In the Tumbleweed Church, the words "the devil has gotten into that beast" are scrawled on the top of the altar. Speculations say it refers to the sheriff possibly having lost his mind and killing the remaining citizens of the town. In Tumbleweed, only the deputies and the sheriff carry firearms. gun control in the Old West was heavily enforced to prevent unnecessary shootings caused by intoxicated citizens or visitors. So even though it is easy to believe the sheriff killed everyone left, there's a slim possibility of this happening without the citizens having no ways to defend themselves against a mob of lawmen in a scenario where all of them have been influenced by one mad sheriff. There were accounts of the townspeople expressing frustration over the sheriff's actions, including instances where innocent individuals were caught in the crossfire. Such dissatisfaction with Freeman's methods likely contributed to the growing discontentment among the residents and potentially drove some away from Tumbleweed.
Tell you, this whole county is not too keen on civilization. But they will be, where their main form of entertainment is public executions.
Many former residents sought refuge in larger, more prosperous towns. Blackwater emerged as a popular destination for those seeking better opportunities and a relatively safer environment. Sometimes, while wandering near the Blackwater Hotel, a police officer might say that Blackwater is full of tumbleweeders, suggesting that the town's citizens went to live there before it turned into a ghost town. The migration of Tumbleweed's population to Blackwater gradually transformed the once vibrant town into a ghost town, a haunting reminder of its once vibrant past. Sheriff Freeman's fate is unknown following the abandonment of Tumbleweed. Given that he is absent from Red Dead Redemption, it is possible he either retired, moved elsewhere, or was killed by outlaws. Tumbleweed's decline was also heavily influenced by the presence of the notorious Del Lobo gang. This fearsome criminal organization terrorized the town, instilling fear among the townsfolk and posing a constant threat to their safety. The absence of an effective and well-equipped law enforcement presence in Tumbleweed allowed the Del Lobo gang to operate with relative impunity, perpetuating a culture of lawlessness and insecurity. The gang's presence, combined with the town's isolation and economic struggles, further contributed to the overall decline of Tumbleweed. Tumbleweed's downfall in Red Dead Redemption 2 can be attributed to a combination of factors, including the railroad bypass that isolated the town and impeded its economic development, widespread health epidemics that grievously affected the population, and the menacing presence of the Del Lobo gang, creating an atmosphere of lawlessness. As players explore the game's narrative, Tumbleweed serves as a compelling example of the challenges faced by small towns in the face of progress, highlighting the intricate web of social, economic, and environmental factors that shaped the destiny of this once prosperous town.